there.
Hi, welcome back to Curious Collection. I'm Will.
I'm Cinnamon.
Last night we had one of our viewers reach out to us, Debbie, and she has a great eBay store, and it's called "'Tis a Gift to Be Simple." She sells ephemera, rock pins, pinbacks, different organizational pins. So it's kind of a little bit of a different store, but it's totally up my alley. Mm-hmm. She's got lithographs in there. She's got book plates and some block prints. So it's really cool. And she turned us on to a local auction in her area that has a lot of jewelry.
Yeah.
So that got us talking about jewelry last night. We went through the auction and they had some really nice pieces. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, you just do regular research on your own as well.
I do. So, I feel like you kind of have to know the current trends so that you can know how to frame those so that people who are looking for them can find them. And that's certainly something that mm-hmm. we try to strive for is finding that perfect piece for the buyer. But that buyer doesn't know what they want,
right,
you know?
Right.
So we have to find those same key terms that are going to connect the buyer today with the jewelry piece from 50 years ago. So mm-hmm. I do try to stay on top of some of the jewelry trends. Obviously, nobody can stay on top of all of it.
I think it's important, regardless of if you're selling jewelry or clothing or whatever it is, to kind of know where the market is and where the market's going. So we always have to be forward looking. We talk about the fact that the items that we were selling 3 years ago, they don't look anything like the items that we sell today.
No. And if you have something that is a timeless piece, right? And so a lot of what we sell are those classics, those timeless pieces. He's got that history in his things, and honestly, so do I with some of the pieces that I have. So how do you take a timeless classic and keep it current? So that's kind of what we're going to talk about today. Is I've pulled some jewelry pieces and I was looking at some of the jewelry trends for spring of 2024. So it's very, very now. And we're just going to kind of talk about some of those. So one of the articles that I was looking at last night, is from, you've got it pulled up there,
I do
right?
have it. Yeah.
Okay.
So this article was just posted recently. It's Cindy Spivey or Spivey. I'm not great with names. But anyways, it's 5 jewelry trends for spring of 2024. And she talks about the first thing that she's got here is pendant necklaces.
Right. So I've got a great example of one of these statement pendant necklaces. So this is an enamel owl. It's silver tone. It's very cottage core, fairy core, all of that. So we've got a couple of different trends going on right there. Those statement necklaces. You don't need a lot. You just need something that's really gonna pop. So silver is also very in right now. So silver is great because it's a little bit more affordable, and that yellow gold is totally 80s. It's out right now. So people are looking for silver. So
there's a lot of people that also they'll talk about when we were selling in person, they would talk about, I want white gold. Mm-hmm. White gold in the reselling industry is really it's because it is so current. You're not finding it at estate sales.
No, people aren't getting rid of it.
Right.
They're
silver
keeping
you can
that.
Find.
Absolutely. And it's great because you can find some of those older pieces and again, make it current. Mm-hmm. So this piece here is phenomenal. This is that layered silver tone. And it's a great statement piece. It would go great with some of those sleeveless or shoulderless, cold shoulder, but it's got a lot going on, but it's just one piece. So you can buy a $20 necklace and it will make that statement. It'll make it pop. It's the silver tone. It's just a great overall statement piece, which is what people are looking for right now.
One of the things that I was talking to you about last night is that people aren't buying understated pieces. They're not buying
there's no dainty. There's no, minimalist is really hard right now to push. People are wanting that funky chunky. They want that chunk. They want that statement piece. Another statement piece here I've got is this chunky curb, link. And again, it's adjustable so that it fits just the right neckline. That's great when people are, it depends on the neckline of the top that you're wearing, is going to, like this one here, if I wore a pendant, it would fall at a really weird spot. So that's why I'm going to wear a choker with this one. So it is important that you have some options so that, and then again, put those in the title. So you want the chunky, you want the statement, you want that to be able to be found by the people who are reading those articles and going, oh, well, what am I supposed to do for spring?
Right. Bold, heavy.
Absolutely.
So one of the other things that Cindy mentioned in hers is pearls. But not normal pearls.
No, they want those bold, big, chunky pearls. So I have a piece here that has some of those pearl type beads, such as this one here. But again, it's big, it's bold. It's got, some color with the Aurora Borealis. It's got 3 different strands. So it's got some layers to it. I pulled a pair of Monet earrings here as well. So again, you've got that bold pearl, so that it makes a statement. And then you can also, granny core is totally hot right now. So if you've got something that maybe looks a little more dated, something that's maybe a little more 80s, you can throw it into that granny core category because that's hot right now too. So you kind of do have to know your market, look into those different cores. There's, the cottage core. That's like an English cottage. So that's going to be flowers and sweetness and, nature and getting in touch with that type of thing, like a little farmhouse. And then you've got fairy core. So that's going to be something that's, moons and stars and again, nature. You've got your granny core. That's going to be that 80s kind of style. 70s are really coming back right now too. In fact, I was talking to my daughter and we had bought her some, because she's into mushrooms, because she's into that cottage core thing. And we had bought her some retro glasses from the 70s. And she's like, oh, 70s are so great right now. I'm so into that. And I'm just like, but again, that's the style. That's what people are looking for.
Those earrings remind me of the Golden Girls.
Right?
Totally like Golden Girls, but that's actually another key word that people will use.
Yeah.
Is, Golden Girls or, something related to that time. So you do have that other pearl set there. Those are pretty amazing as well.
So these are great because it does have a little bit of, again, like with the outfit that I'm wearing right now, it's something that you can use to kind of layer your look. And these are, they're actually like black and white pearl. So they've got this blue shine to them. But again, it's got that layered because they're a couple of strands that are put together. And then they've got those Baroque pearls. So they're bigger, they're funky, they're chunky, they're statement piece. But again, it's one piece that you can use to really tie that look together. You can do this big, funky, chunky pearl necklace with maybe some studs, so that you've got that statement piece, but you don't have to spend a fortune to get it. And I think that that's really a big part of these fashion trends that we're seeing, is that you have this one massive statement piece that is a lower, maybe a lower price than its original counterpart. So you've got the silver piece instead of the gold. You've got this bold, funky pearl, and pearls, you can find some pretty darn affordable, genuine pearls because they did fall out of fashion. So now you've got that capability of getting some of these pieces at a more affordable price.
Yeah, very true.
So some of the other things,
mixed metals is one of the areas that Cindy's talking in her about, which you did kind of demonstrate with the different chains and stuff. But this one here, I think that's an amazing piece as well.
So again, like this one right here would go great with the outfit that I'm wearing today. It's got those sparkle, that shine, that layered look. Something that is definitely going to make a statement, and be seen when you go to the club or when you are hanging out with your friends. It's that statement piece. Again, that's what people want. They want to be able to make a bold statement.
Yeah. And one of the things that I notice, and I think right after that might be a good time to interject, is that people are on a budget, like you were talking about. They're switching from gold to silver. They're switching from, very expensive materials to maybe mid-range materials.
Right.
And they still want to look good, but you got to do it on a budget. So
you do. So you need to have more bang for your buck.
Right. But to have those bold, great pieces that we can offer in that $20 to $40 range, which is what we've talked about as being our sweet spot, I think that's really important.
Well, and when we looked at the numbers, we talked about the fact that last month in February, my number 2 seller in the entire store was these necklaces right here. These $22 necklaces, right around there is really what helped support the entire store for the month of February. It was our number 2 category. So it just goes to show people are interested, but they really are. They have a budget. They've just got so much to spend, but they still want to treat themselves to a piece of jewelry that's going to help keep their capsule wardrobe current. Barbie core is another one of those great core trends, and so we've got this. It's hard to see. There we go. It's this great, it's pink. I know it's a little washed out.
We're trying a different camera today.
Yes.
And so I don't know that the color shift in this camera is going to be any better than the other camera we're using.
But it is. It's this great pink piece. And it's acrylic. It's, again, something that's affordable, something that's going to pop.
It's definitely fun.
It is, right. So you've got that granny core, you've got that Barbie core, you've got that silver tone. When you can tie multiple things together. Another is, you can see that it's pink. So these are some pink bubblegum Japan earrings. So again, you've got that granny core, you've got that Barbie core. This would be great to, tie your outfit together with that pop of color and that pop of statement. So it really does kind of, it all works together. So
yeah, you did talk about, just mentioned the fact that we had sold 30 pieces or something. I just did some quick math on the calculator, and that's 6.5% of our entire business was just bold necklaces.
Yeah,
not gold, not silver, costume jewelry, great pieces,
right?
Affordably priced. People can't get enough of them right now.
Right. So, Boho is also very hot right now.
That
so
trend
Vogue
was actually on Vogue, right? Yeah.
Right. Vogue was saying that they feel like the spring trend is going to be that boho chic. So that's going to be the wood materials and the bright colors and beads and again, those statement pieces, because with fashion right now, it's a little more muted. You've got your solid tops, you've got your solid bottoms, and then you need a pop of color color to come from your jewelry. So here's another great example. You can see that teal color. So it's bright, but it's got some woodsy feel to it. You know, again, with the matching earrings. So this right here would be great to go with, like, if you've got some taupe, or if you've got that brown look, you know, this would be a way to add that pop of color. And again, it's affordable. It's something that your customer can splurge on. They can treat themselves to. And honestly, we have found that our business does a lot better on those staples, those $20 buys, than, you know, trying to get people to pull the trigger on a $200, $300, $400 item.
Or more. I mean, the higher that price point goes,
the harder it is to sell.
So yeah, I mean, absolutely. And that's, I like that piece. I love the color on it. One of the things we didn't really talk about and haven't brought out, but natural materials. You're talking about boho.
Right.
But like natural
I just
materials.
sold the other day, I just